Hello, everybody, and welcome to my YouTube channel, The Movie Canon. I am your host, Giovany, and today I'm being joined by today's movie council, Bryan.
Yo.
And Jacob.
Hey.
And here we go.
It sounds like there might be a script in the works for Star Wars Old Republic, and the rumors are that it might be Weiss and Benioff's trilogy. The films that are coming out in 2022, 2024, and 2026. It is not confirmed, obviously, if that's even happening for real, or that if it even is their films. But Bryan, what do you think about that idea of them possibly doing Star Wars Old Republic?
How likely do you think that is, that this theory is true?
I know people have been wanting this film or this material when it comes to Star Wars. I know they're not continuing the Skywalkers because they're going to end with Episode 9. So they need to have some new material. They're not going to go back to Han Solo, I wouldn't think. And they're already not doing Boba Fett. They're already doing some the Mandalorian series in Disney Plus, and they're not doing that. So I mean, that will be pretty likely, I would think.
I think it's also likely because, from my understanding, the Old Republic, the world is really big, and there's a lot of drama. So they can do that. They can, if they work off of like a source material, a good source material, like they did for Game of Thrones. And I think of that if it's based off of a good source material, that they would do a good job.
Is there any other source material besides the game? Do they have books?
Yeah, the expanded universe books. Yeah, there's a whole bunch.
Are those considered legends now?
Yes.
Okay, because they used to be canon before Lucasfilm was bought out.
Yeah, sort of. A lot of it was conflicting, so not everything I would say was canon. But there's a lot that people considered canon that now isn't, because they want a clean slate.
What about you, Jacob? What do you think about Old Republic and the Game of Thrones guys making it?
Well, I feel like if D&D really have care and attention to it, it could be well. It just season 8, like the stigma towards it was very rushed, and I feel like they just wanted to get over with just to work on Star Wars. So when they start working on Star Wars, if they have care and attention towards it and have good source material, I feel like it could be a great trilogy.
Or maybe the irony is that these guys rush Game of Thrones, like you kind of mentioned, so that they can work on Old Republic, so they can take their time and effort for Star Wars, but yet they kind of lacked it on the last season of Game of Thrones.
Well, that's a double-edged sword there, because for one, I'm happy that somebody's paying this much attention to something I care about. Star Wars, Expanded Universe, Old Republic. This is all really interesting stuff. Can make for a really good series, and these guys can do a good series, but they did rush the last season, and to me, that's very disrespectful to the fans. And if you're gonna disrespect this fan base, Game of Thrones fan base, then why should we give you a chance? Even if you do make a good couple of movies for, you still kind of disrespect. You did disrespect the fans of Game of Thrones by rushing when you had the opportunity to do more episodes to tell us more about the story instead of rushing it, or hand it off to somebody else. But the fact that they wanted to end it themselves, they wanted to have credit for writing, directing the last episode. They wanted to be theirs, seal it in their name, instead of handing it off to someone else because they wanted to go work on Star Wars, which would have been the respectable thing to do, in my opinion. But I felt that they disrespected the fan base, and I'm a fan of Game of Thrones and Star Wars, as most people are. So if you disrespected us, why should we, respect you and go see your movie?
So you're saying that you're most likely not gonna see it?
And what I'm saying is I'm gonna illegally download it.
Okay.
No. I'm gonna buy a ticket to a different movie, and I'm gonna go watch the Star Wars movie so that the money goes to somebody good. I heard somebody say that once, and
Well, like Dora the Explorer Part 2 or some shit.
yeah, go give them some money, make more movies for the kids, and I'll go see the new Star Wars movie, knowing I didn't, financially
Contribute to this bullshit.
financially contribute to that. Yeah,
All right.
if that's the case, but that's why I'm against the D&Ds doing it.
I mean, I didn't hate the Game of Thrones last season or finale, but that's for another video or podcast or whatever. But because, I mean, ultimately, they did a lot of stuff right for many seasons, for many years.
Working on good source material.
Yeah. Which they kind of would have for Old Republic.
Yes.
And or they're going to take liberties with Old Republic, just like they did take with Game of Thrones, even in the beginning seasons.